there were three amazing highlights for me. Salt Pappy's prime KO of the night bonus, very well deserved, amazing timing on that uppercut. KSI called that, he said that's how you beat King Kenny and what he's doing right now. Very well deserved. The prime fighter of the night, Gib, electric performance, what a champion to be proud of, and he did very well. And then obviously Wade has fallen into our trap, and we welcome him with open arms to Misfits.
Is that the kind of classic WWE storyline of kind of the babyface Wade versus the heel HS? Well,
there's real fighting in here. There's no predetermined outcomes, and I think it adds a little spice. And KSI had me laughing. He killed that. It was phenomenal. And also to answer your question about Qatar, I love this place. I love it. It's beautiful. What a beautiful city. Beautiful, very, very warm, hospitable people. And can't wait to come back.
And then question for JJ. In seeing the kind of success in numbers and interest, for Gib and Slim, in terms of the storyline and the history, do you see that in yourself with Wade and then with HS Tiki-Toki, in terms of you and Mams both falling out of Wade, him not being out of Misfits, then him being brought back to fight your new big star HS?
Well, I feel like in terms of Misfits boxing, it's all about storylines. Storylines, sells. Storylines is what get people interested. It's what gets people invested in these fighters, and it showed. The hype was there for Slim and Gib. The hype is there for Wade and HS. People love it. Same with Soul Pappy and Kenny. There was a lot riding on the line. The next person that could be fighting Gib, and I feel like a star has been reborn with Soul Pappy. He started out exploding onto the scene, and then he lost his way a little, but he's just come back with a bang, and I think the world will remember the name Soul Pappy.
And then one final one for me, for Kala. You've been here from the start since Misfits Boxing. Obviously as a promoter, and you also have worked a big history in boxing. I guess you've seen the levels in terms of the boxer's technique grow on each show, this being the 19th show in total. It's a very competitive main event, a very boxer-skilled action, as well as the Salt Pappy knockout against King Kenny, and you saw Gib and Slim go the full 8 rounds at a fast pace. Do you see the levels rise in terms of skill for the boxers you could put on here at Misfits now?
Yeah, without a doubt. It'd be a bit strange if we were going backwards, but it's a very good question, and it's actually a point I wanted to make, and I've sort of made it before the event, is Slim, Saul, Kenny being with us since 01, that famous night, 2 fights in one night at the O2. I think both fights were incredible boxing contests as well, in terms of the tactics they used. There were real boxing tactics there. There was a game plan. Gib'S, great performance, but he absolutely executed the game plan to the T. Bang on the game plan. That was all it was tonight. He just did that fantastically well. And I think with Salt, like JJ just said, I think it's, after the first show, of course, it wasn't the toughest opponent, but he put this fantastic knockout on, and we all said Salt's the next star. I think that there's one thing that's overlooked, is if you look at the first Salt Pappy on 01, he was carrying probably, 30 kilos more. And as a fighter, as an athlete, to adapt to losing that much weight takes a lot out of you. It's always a different, you're walking around in a different body, the timing is different, the movement is different. And, a lot of things to adapt to. I think he's a great puncher. He showed us in 01, he showed us in 019. He's one of those guys that he just draws a lot of eyeballs, which in this space you want to be doing. And like JJ said, it's about the storylines, and he's a fantastic storyline just in himself.
Jack, yeah.
JJ, just down here. One of the narratives sort of going into the fight was whether your emotions towards Gib were genuine or not. As the result was read out, you definitely did seem a bit disheartened. So was it genuine emotion leading up and after the fight?
Well, I mean, you know, I felt like Slim was the company man. Slim was the guy that was meant to take out Gib.
You sons of bitches.
Yes. Classic timing.
Yes. Fantastic. Where do I put this then? Ha! Yeah! Right there. Do I get a microphone?
Give him the mic.
Thank you.
Boss mic. Mic check 1 2.
Gib, obviously all the lead up was JJ, you know, kind of hating on you, saying that Slim was gonna knock you out. What's your message to him?
Well, they said that this was called the tonight, bro. They said that this was but it was a mismatch.
Yeah.
I smoked them. I done smoked them.
Yeah.
So there we go. We take that belt. This will be a nice offer, and we're gonna enjoy it.
And JJ, what's your reaction to that?
Fair play, brother. Fair play.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be the best.
Well, I mean, you saw what Salt Pappy did.
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna give a shit. I swear to God. Not a single shit. Not one shit. I'll be the best guy here and I'm moving up.
Gib, the greatest influencer boxer.
Come on. I be greatest
Other than that,
influencer
get it
boxer.
done.
That's it.
It's gonna be a long night.
How long do I have to be here for?
I like it.
We got time today.
Yeah. Any other questions?
How good was Slim? Like, was he as good as you expected?
He pushed me to my limits in camp, but I'll be honest. No, not really. Yeah, he was just okay. He was okay. I thought he'd be a bit better. Yeah, that's it. It was a bit easier than I thought, but he's a good competitor, my most credible opponent, and we're moving up from here.
My question to Gib, in the previous fights, whenever you have been in the ring, you have defeated opponents, and those promotions have died out.
Yeah.
But it's not very similar with Misfits. Obviously, they announced a few more fights. So, what's next for you in Misfits?
We wait another day. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to eat some Dave's hot chicken. I'm going to go to different countries. I'm going to spend my money. I'm going to spend the money that I took from these men, and I'm going to enjoy myself. Any other questions? I want to stay up here. Any more? Come on.
I have a question for Kala. Again, you have opened doors to Asia now, and this was really good, successful. Since I'm from UAE, when is, again, I've been speaking to you guys as well, so when is Misfits coming to Dubai, and hopefully maybe in Philippines as well, since you have seen Sal Papi and Warren Spencer?
Look, you know, it's about the boxing now, but then I can take that separately with you. I mean, I've promoted, I did the first fight ever in Saudi Arabia tonight. It was the opening of a new chapter. I've managed to take boxing all over the world. Misfits is so exciting in terms of that it can reach so many different demographics, and that journey won't stop. UAE, of course, is a wonderful place to do it. We're just happy tonight to celebrate this new chapter in Qatar, and we look very much forward to coming back.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quick question to either Callum or Mams. Obviously, on Twitter, Kenny and a couple of the Beta Squad members have kind of suggested that the knockout was with an elbow. Have you seen anything?
It's not an elbow.
Directly in front of me.
I've seen the footage. It's not an elbow. He got hit with a fist.
Kenny got knocked out. Good riddance. Good riddance. He got chin silly, did he not? He couldn't even get up. It was hilarious.
Oh my
It was hilarious seeing him stumble
I
about.
hate this.
It was funny, man. I loved it.
Wait.
I loved it, that cheeky bastard. I had a vision, Gib got knocked out. He got slapped! Kenny got slapped. Oh, it was beautiful.
Did you pick salt before the fight?
No, you know what? I had it quite neutral. I liked Kenny before, then he was saying vile things in interviews. So to see him get knocked out, brought a smile to my face.
George?
Okay, so just wanted to know what you thought of Deji's performance and the knockouts. It seemed a bit strange.
I just want him to fight better opponents. I just want him to fight better opponents.
Eamon?
Yes, after Gib'S victory over Slim, who you labelled as the best, I guess, outside of yourself, where does Gib now rank amongst the mixed scene?
The best. It's an activity.
What do you want me to say? What, number one?
It's number one. The best. I'm right here.
He's number one.
I have a belt, he does not. Number one.
If you could name an ideal opponent for Gib next, who would it be?
So happy. Anthony Taylor.
Ha! Weren't you meant to fight Anthony Taylor? Why have you not rescheduled?
I want big fights.
Oh, fantastic!
I've got a fight lined up.
That's interesting.
Next year.
Interesting. I want big fights too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? We all want big fights, right?
Tonight was a big fight.
Tonight was a very big fight,
Okay.
and you did well. You did well. You did well.
Good.
If you both want big fights, you guys could fight each other. Is that a possibility?
I think if he gets through Soul Pappy
Ha!
or Anthony Taylor, then we
The
can
fight that you
talk.
don't want to take.
Then we can talk.
All right, you take one, I'll take the other. Then the winner meets up.
I've got an opponent already lined up.
Who is it?
I'm not going to say, but it's big, very big.
Interesting.
JJ, there was actually some sort of understanding that there could be an opponent announced tonight. Obviously, it wasn't. Where did that kind of narrative come from? Do we know?
Well, the announcement was about Wade and HS fighting. The announcement of me bringing Wade back to Misfits after, obviously, our problems, our situation. We fixed it. Boom, he's here.
Mams, how close are we to getting an announcement on KSI's next fight?
Very close. We're 98.4% there.
Is on a bit more on Wade and HS. Is that fight like signed, sealed, or is it just like a verbal agreement?
It's signed, sealed. It's we'll announce the date on that soon. It's a massive fight. Obviously, the storyline is there. There's blurred lines. Yes, it's a storyline, but it's based on a true story. You know, so it's going to be interesting.
Right, question for Calla. You've seen KSI's last fight against Tommy, and you've also seen Gib fight tonight. Who's the best technical boxer out of KSI and Gib, do you reckon, Calla?
KSI and Gib, I mean, listen, I won't give quite, but KSI for me beat Tommy Fury. That's not I've watched boxing since the age of 5 when I've grown up with boxing. I've got dad who's in the Hall of Fame of boxing, so KSI beat Tommy Fury. In fact, if you're going to be a really pro Tommy Fury guy, you can try and go a draw, but mathematically it's impossible he loses a fight. So even if you're the biggest Jake Paul lover, you can't give Tommy Fury the fight. It's as simple as that. It's a sit-round fight. Ask any expert who's there. My old friend Chris Eubank Jr. was sitting next to me. He had KSI winning it by 5 rounds. So it was for me an absolute robbery. And I'm sure that fight will happen again in the future at some stage. Without a doubt, JJ's chomping at the bit. But at the same time, he's now coming up to something very big for March. And, you know, Gib's going to be in big fight. Tonight we're post-event now. We're not trying to set it anymore. It was a massive timeline in this segment of crossover boxing, which was closed tonight. It was, I've got to say, absolutely credit to the tactics of the corner. Not taking anything away from Gib, but the corner, the way they nailed the tactics on the fight. They took away the range of Slim. Slim is only dangerous at range. It's like rocket scientists to work that one out, because the one's got long arms, the other one's got short arms. But he did that very well. And I thought the fight would get exciting after the 5th round. I thought he's not going to have the steam to do this in and out over the 8 rounds. He did. Credit to him, and massive credit also to the instructions that they were saying move to the southeast, i.e. move to the right, take his right hand out of play. He did that. He listened to the corner, whatever level of the sport it is, you've got a corner there JJ's got a fantastic corner, and Lexus and Marius, and he listens to Gib listens to this. It's in this sport, you have a corner for a reason, and he certainly listens to the corner's directions tonight. Slim never got interrupted. I'm ranting now, but I'll give him my final say on it. Slim was waiting for him to slow, was waiting for him to not be able to get into such close range, land those long shots like he's done successfully later on in fights before. Didn't happen tonight, and Slim will have to go back to the drawing board. I was surprised. I jumped in the ring. Slim looked at me. I said, "Not your night tonight, mate. Sorry." And he looked at me and said, "I won the fight." I said, "Mate, you didn't win a round. You didn't win a round." I mean, that judge.
He won a few rounds.
I gave him the 6, and you could argue the first, but for me, it was.
Okay.
Slim was very, like, he was shocked.
Slim didn't do enough.
No, he didn't.
They didn't do enough.
And it was, yeah. So he greeted me with a very, very nice say in the ring. And then I went to the other corner. I get a bit of sympathy of him. No, Slim had to go at me as well. So it was a lovely. No, I'm joking. But yeah, JJ's got a very big fight that we're going to announce very soon. And Gib'S obviously now a part of Misfits, and we'll put together some big fights like tonight was.
Have you had a chance to speak to Slim after the fight?
Yeah, I showed my respects to him. He was a credible opponent. I thanked him for the match. In the medical, I heard him complaining. I didn't lose. I didn't do this, but I got his belt, so who cares?
Can you tell me more about the training that you've done for this fight camp amongst your team as well? Too? I think I heard as well, I don't know if it's true, you got an hour away from the fight week to go to a cryo recovery centre. I don't know if that's true, but are you covering corners that other fighters might cut?
Am I covering? Yeah, so I take the game serious. I take the game very serious. I make sure there's no stones unturned. I got to give a huge shout out to my team. Coach Abdul Mu'min is my head coach. Leon Wills, my S&C coach. Tala, who's my physio. And shout out to Beth, who is my nutritionist. So I got a great team, and I'm happy. And big up to manager Liam and Sam as well.
John? Yeah, Provocation fans. Question for Gib and KSI. Firstly to you, Gib, do you want a Jake Paul rematch? And KSI, what would be your prediction if that happened?
Well, in answer to that, I think he just fought a heavyweight. I've got the middleweight belt. There was a clear weight discrepancy. So if he wants to fight me in middleweight, I'll be very, very happy. But we're two completely different weight classes.
I mean, what's the point of talking about Jake, man? He's actually just a waste man. Constantly bullying AOPs, OAPs, I mean, who cares, man? Who cares? We were forced to watch it on Netflix. Hope that never happens again. I imagine he'd probably fight Chavez Jr. Meh.
Can you confirm or not that is your next fight Amir Khan? That's probably the most rumoured opponent.
We can't confirm anything.
Question for Gib. This was obviously your first fight in over a year, and you train all year round. Would you like to be a little bit more active?
Did I look inactive today?
You didn't look inactive.
Did I look rusty? Then would I like to be more active? The question is if the right opportunity is in front of me. But I'm going to enjoy myself right now. That's the plan.
Okay, last one down here.
Gib, congrats on an amazing performance, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
Slim did mention he was interested in a rematch. Is that something you want to get?
Of course he wants a rematch. I'm done to this belt. But I'm off to Japan and Saudi and China, and gonna eat some chicken. And so he can be online and Twitter asking for the rematch. But I'm eating good now.
I don't think there's any reason for a rematch just yet, to be honest with you. It was a decisive victory.
You can watch the replay of the overhand that I kept landing on his chin. It was quite nice. Maybe the liver shot. You can keep watching that back over and over again and say, I want a rematch.
Gib said coming in to this, he said, I'm the promotion killer. I'm going to kill Misfits. Misfits is far from being dead. It's alive and well, but
We're taking them one at a time. That's one down. That's one killed off.
I'll say, if anything, we welcome you to the family. We're proud of you as a champion. And
There is no family
Some of us
here.
welcome him.
There is no family here.
Some of us welcome him.
No, this is. I'm disgusted by this. There is no family. There's no friends up here. So it's straight business.
Well, we have some great business ahead of us together.
One thing I got asked by a journalist was, is there a rematch clause? There's no rematch clauses, so no rumours about rematch clauses. This was a one fight with Slim, and we've got a multi-fight with Gib, but there was no rematch clause categorically before that starts to do the rounds. I'll kill that dead.
My very last one for you,
Last one, coming into this fight and before it, there was some rumours that you two were going to be involved into a tag match. Is that now open between you two? Would you be open to tagging with each
No.
other?
Wallahi, I'm never tagging anyone.
No.
Wallahi, I'm never tagging no one.
No.
Why would you tag someone? What a
Never
pathetic.
say never.
It's pathetic, no? Please, sir, help me!
Say never.
Help me and tag out!
You're too young to say
I'm
never.
not tagging
Never
no
say
one.
never.
No.
Okay, thanks guys. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.